Alright, I'm here to reply to Spinnernet1's recent rant on why Raw was so bad last night and why Smackdown has been better and ECW is nipping at the toes and Impact being better. Excuse me for a second. Sorry about that, the bird was getting on my nerves a little bit. Anyway, what I'm saying, in my response to that, I think I know why Spinnernet feels this way. Because you see, Spinnernet, you believe Raw is becoming too predictable. And I'm not going to say I disagree with you at all. Because apparently we see it right off the bat. Every week. And I'm willing to guess, and this is just my guessing at it, in my opinion, that you feel Raw is becoming just like Nitro during its dying days in WCW. You know how Nitro is becoming predictable every week as well? That's probably what you feel Raw is becoming. They're becoming too predictable. And like I said, I'm not disagreeing with you on that, because if you take a look at what happened last night, you know, when Batista lost to Rhodes and DiBiase after Rhodes brought in the chair and then made it look like, and thus made it look like Batista was the one that was going to use the chair, and he almost did, and he was going to, but you know, you get the idea. You almost knew right then and there when you heard Batista say, "Fine, you want to put, you know, you want to do it that way, you want to play it that way." You almost knew right then and there something was going to happen, and it did. Both Rhodes and DiBiase got taken out, thus leaving Randy Orton alone with Batista. Excuse me. Good orange juice. But anyway, that's probably why you feel as though Raw is not so good anymore. It's because it's becoming predictable, just like I mentioned, because of some of the things I just mentioned. Now I will agree with you. SmackDown has gotten a little bit better, but there's a reason SmackDown's gotten better. It's because one, you don't have Vicky Guerrero on there anymore, and believe me, that's what's probably causing Raw, as you would say, become so boring and predictable. The fact that they got Vicky on that show. Now, personally, I like the Vicky Guerrero on-screen character because she is one of the most hated people, or one of the most hated heels, probably in recent history of the WWE. But I believe, Spinnernet, that's probably one of the things you feel as though is causing Raw not to be so good, is because we always see her coming out constantly every week. And you're getting sick and tired of hearing the fans basically boo her right out of the building. And this is also why you feel SmackDown is better, because again, you got Teddy Long as the general manager, and as we know in his previous tenure as general manager, he always made sure fans got what they wanted, and for the past few weeks, fans have been getting what they wanted. They've been getting good matches. They've been getting good segments. Overall, they've been getting a good show. And ECW is nipping at the toes as well by doing their own thing, having good, you know, matches here and there, and doing some things you wouldn't expect. Like tonight, you know, we had a feeling the Peep Show, Christian's talk show, was going to come back. We just didn't know when and where. Well, it comes back tonight. We didn't expect that, right? You know, so soon, did we? No. We probably expected it sooner, but, well, it's back now. And then, of course, you want to talk about Impact. Well, of course, Impact is better right now, because, you know, they got Mick Foley in sort of in a drunken with power kind of role, and now he's making matches that fans have been wanting to see in wrestling. That WWE used to do, but now they're just straying away from. I mean, for example, at Sacrifice, he's got a match for the first time ever called a Knockouts Monsters Ball. In other words, it's the Monsters Ball, the most hardcore violent match in TNA. as they would consider it, but this time involving knockouts. Knockouts like Daphne. Other knockouts rumored around there are Taylor Wilde, ODB, and who knows who else. You got Awesome Kong beating up on the beautiful people, putting them on stretchers, thus leaving her alone with Angelina at Sacrifice. I mean, basically it's an all-out deal that a lot of fans like about Impact right now, and that's why like you said, is why it's getting better, why it's better right now than Raw. Now, some people may agree with you on that, apparently, as you can see on your comments, and some of you won't, and some will agree with you on that. But the truth overall, Spinnernet, I believe the reason you're upset about Raw is because it's becoming predictable, just like Nitro and Thunder were in the dying days of WCW. But that's all I can say about that, about what you had to say on your recent rant on why Raw is so boring and SmackDown is better and Impact is better. And I hope if you have a response to that, go ahead and post it in a video. If you want to comment on it, go ahead. And I'll talk to you all later. God bless you all, and take care.